What is going on YouTube? This is the People's Truth, and I'm here today because I wanted to bring something to your attention that just came to my attention. And this is an article from the Seattle Post, I believe. And if not, you can look it up. Where they highlight the fact of the Washington State stockpiling food like never before. I have talked, although not a lot, I have talked before about the food shortages that are to come. People think that the food shortages was whatever happened about 2 months ago, and that was it. And no, people, no, it's gonna be way worse. That's why I, caring for the people who knows me, who I know, who sees me, who watches my videos, mostly on Facebook. I have never gone full on YouTube, but it's something I'm planning to do. And the reason why I make this video is because of the fact that the people that's gonna watch it are mostly people that I care about, and that was not it. I mean, the food shortages we saw 2 months ago, that's nothing. We're talking about products not being in the supermarkets for months and months and months, and if they do get stuff to sell, the prices are gonna be ridiculously stupid high. I'm not talking about you're gonna pay like $5 for a 1 pound pack of pasta. I'm talking about the same pack of pasta that you pay now about, I don't know, 89 cents. You probably pay $30 for it. That kind of stuff. The way I found this article was through Alaska Prepper, and if you haven't seen him, I do recommend you to go and watch his videos. Subscribe, tell him we sent you. He is great. There's so many channels out there that are doing so great, that are doing so much help for the community, that are servicing the community the right way. And because of mainstream media, the agenda they're pushing and the way they dismiss whoever is helping the community on YouTube, they're not getting the credit they deserve. So please go by his channel and subscribe, and yes, tell him we sent you. Tell him the People's Truth sent you. I got the article over here. That's another thing I'm having a little bit of trouble with my YouTube encoder, so it's not wanting to share my screen, or if I do share my screen, the audio goes out. And so for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the article here on another device, and then talk about it and give you my 2 cents about it. Without further ado, here is Alaska Prepper.
In Washington State's new food warehouse, there's enough Jif peanut butter to make nearly 3 million sandwiches. Barilla pasta boxes stretch to the ceiling, 100,000 in all. Large stacks of treetop applesauce, pancake mix, and canned green beans sit on pallets like soldiers waiting to be sent into duty. Since this health crisis first rocked...
Once again, people, he is reading this article from the Seattle Times. This is not something he came up with. You can go look it up. I always tell you, seek for the truth, and today's not going to be no different. You do your own research. I am here bringing you information so that you can open your eyes, but you do not have to accept for the truth. Anything that no one's, including me, tells you. You seek for the truth. Do your own research and come up with your own facts, with your own truth. That way, you know you're not being lied to. That way, you know the information you have is first hand and it's already verified. And you don't go into panic for something that someone said that someone said that someone said. Instead, just seek for the truth. That's gonna do you a whole lot of good. A whole lot of good.
Washington in March, nonprofits and state agencies working in food assistance have been forced to draw a completely new roadmap for getting food to people who need it. The warehouse in Fife is part of that new model. After seeing food banks struggle to meet demand, once that health crisis hit, the economy tanked. The Washington State Department of Agriculture began preparing to buy and stockpile tons of food toward a shortage in the months ahead. And ladies and gentlemen, why are they not telling their people to stock up?
Why?
They should be telling their people stock up in addition to them buying this stuff. They should be telling them to stock up. I understand that can cause a shortage in the system as well if everyone went out and stocked up at the same time, but they should be teaching people how to prepare. That way, by the time that the next crisis comes, they'll have more people who are prepared, therefore putting less stress on the system that they're developing now with all of this food that they're packing out.
But they don't care. They just don't care.
Is driven by two factors: a nearly doubling demand for food assistance across the state and a national food supply chain that is bogged down amid an overwhelming surge in demand. As many as 2.2 million Washingtonians, about 30% of the state's population, are facing food insecurity. That's more than
30%.
850,000.
30% of the Washingtonian people is facing food scarcity, food insecurity. That means, if you don't know what that means that they ate something probably today, but they don't know what or how are they going to do to eat tomorrow. 30% of the Washingtonians. That's not no game. That's really serious.
State residents who sought help from food assistance programs last November. We've been in this very desperate situation starting toward the end of March. This warehouse is a continuation of our efforts to make sure we have fusions of product that will help us to continue to weather the storm. The storm took hold in mid-April, Sanderson said during a tour of the warehouse on Friday. That's when the state's three main food bank distributors told the WSDA that based on the spike in requests for food assistance, the organizations had roughly a 2-week supply of food for hunger relief.
2-week supply.
We went into panic mode, Sanderson said. That's not an exaggeration. So we jumped with both feet and started active procurement on our end. Not only was the WSDA competing with other states in large national food assistance programs, it also faced competition from grocery stores as national supplies of products such as pasta and peanut butter were becoming increasingly hard to come by. Peanut butter was a very highly wanted and needed commodity. Peanut butter prices have probably tripled in the last 3 to 4 months.
They have tripled.
These high costs have significant effects on the big food bank distributors' bottom line.
No insurance?
So basically, he is reading this article from the Seattle Times, and this article, what it's saying is the fact that 30% of the Washingtonians have food insecurity, are experiencing food insecurity, and the three food banks that usually help people in these situations over there in Washington, only had provisions for 2 weeks, and they are foreseeing that there is gonna be more food scarcity along this few next months. Come November, this is gonna be crazy. This 2020 by far is being a reckless year. We've seen everything we never thought we would see in the U.S. and we are still just half year down. There's more to come, and it's an election year. It's gonna get even crazier once November hit us. Now, about this specific topic, this is not gonna stop now. I mean, even after New Year's Eve, and when we start 2021, this is gonna stay here for a while. This is gonna still be here, and the way I see it, in the next year and a half or 2 years, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but it's gonna get worse. It's gonna go to that point that I was telling you before, where you are not gonna find anything to eat in the supermarkets for months and months. And if you do find something, the prices are gonna be stupid, ridiculously high. I wish, I hope to be wrong, but I've been studying this situation really carefully. I've been listening to other people that's studying the situation as well. I've been reading about prior situations in this and other countries, and this is by far the biggest situation that science can give you ahead of time. We do still have some time, but you gotta start using your brain. You gotta start caring for your family and for your loved ones and their future. And I know you worry about them, but you gotta pay attention to the signs. And we've been for the last 6-7 months, we've been receiving pretty clear signs that something big is gonna happen. I don't do this to scare no one. Rather, I want you to prepare, and that's the reason why I do this. Just prepare. If you had a car note, your house loan, personal loans, credit cards, get rid of that as soon as possible. And if you cannot get rid of that, just start paying the minimum, just so that you can take money out of your paycheck and start stockpiling food. And when I say stockpiling, I don't mean like 1 can per person per day. I'm talking about 2,000 calories per person in your household per day for about, I don't know, 6-7 months, a year. There should be no limit. And I know it costs money. I know it's hard. I'm right there. But this is something that needs to be done. This is not something that you can just ignore and it'll go away. This is reality. And reality does not stop or doesn't care if you're ready or not. It just happens, so please, I beg of you, get ready, get prepared. Always seek for the truth. Start There, start right there. Seek for the truth. If I'm wrong, and I wish to be wrong, I hope I was wrong. Please prove me wrong. But if I'm not wrong, if doing your research, if seeking for the truth, you come up with the fact that what I'm saying here is truth, please prepare, and don't just prepare. Talk to your loved ones. Tell them to prepare as well. And that an error you cannot make, if you start preparing, if you start stockpiling, and you talk to your neighbors, they're not going to believe you the same way you didn't believe me. They are going to laugh at you. And that's not the worst part. That's nothing. I mean, you can prove them wrong and they'll realize, well, you was right. The problem is, by the time they realize you was right and they laughed at you, they spend their time, they burned their time laughing at you, pointing fingers, saying that you are crazy, conspiracy of theorists or whatever. But when they realize, it's going to be too late. And what do you think is going to happen? They are going to knock on your door. Hey neighbor, I know you got ready, and well, we at home, my kids, my wife and me, we're pretty hungry. Could you give us a handout? Can you help us? And you, as a nice person, might say yes. But nice to what point? To what extent? Because when you're being nice to them, you're taking food literally out of your kids and your wife's mouth to feed them. And if you give them one time, they're going to show up next time. But you got to be careful as well, because of the fact that once you say no, they will be back. And they won't ask nicely. So you got to be ready to defend what you gathered to help and keep your family safe. If you have that kind of money, you can also get ready for your neighbors. Although I still don't recommend it, because of the fact that your neighbors will spread the word, or at least make a mistake or two that will give away to other people that you don't even know and don't live around you, that there's food there, that they're starving to death, and they know you have that much food. What do you think is going to happen? So please take this as serious as you can. Seek for the truth. Take action. Get ready. Get prepared. And please share it only with your loved ones and get them to get ready. Don't leave them alone. If you got an uncle, aunt, your mom, your dad, your grandma, and they're by themselves, bring them with you in your house, in your home. Make sure you can protect them and keep them safe. Because by the time we realize it's too late, it is going to be too late to go get them as well. So I'm not going to say a lot more on this topic. It does concern me a lot, and I might or might not post more videos about this later on. But for now, seek for the truth, take action, and get prepared. Bye.